Hi, my name is Divya and welcome to my channel Beauty is Subjective. In today's video, we will be talking all about facial oils and how they are procured, as well as I'll be talking about the ones that I have used and recommend. Facial oils are plant derived oils. By that I mean it could be derived from the flower or the nut or the roots of that particular plant. Oils are produced in multiple ways. Some may be produced using chemical solvents such as hexane, and some may be expeller pressed, which uses a lot of pressure on the plant part from which the oil is derived. And then there's another way also called as cold pressed. When oil is derived using a chemical solvent such as hexane, remnants of hexane remain in the oil and hence make it not the purest of quality. You should avoid using that on your skin as far as possible. Expeller pressing is a mechanical method in which a lot of pressure and heat is involved. When oils are derived by using expeller pressing, they are subjected to a lot of pressure and heat. This can sometimes change the molecular structure of the oil and it may not be as pure to its natural form. That does not mean it may not be ideal for you, though that particular method can also work for some. However, just a note that the oil changes from its natural form due to the high levels of heat, and therefore expeller pressed method is okay, but not the best one on the market today. It is generally used in deriving a lot of refined oils such as cooking oils like canola oil, etc. Cold pressed is the method of deriving oils wherein after they've been derived from the nut or the plant part, the oil is not further refined by subjecting it to heat. This is the best recommended method to have the most unrefined and hence more purer to its natural form state of the oil. So cold pressed oils are definitely the ones that I recommend. In that also, if you can go for organic, better. If not, that's fine too, but cold pressed is a must. Facial oils are rich in antioxidants and omega-3s. These are both really great moisturizing ingredients for your skin. In addition to supporting your skin's natural lipid barrier, the oil can also have additional properties, such as an oil might be anti-inflammatory, it might be antibacterial, or it might contain vitamin C or vitamin A and hence improve your skin's quality. However, the biggest benefit of using a facial oil is definitely the moisturizing benefit. When you consider facial oils, it can be definitely very overwhelming because the options are unlimited. Some facial oils are single plant oils. That means they are derived from one part of one specific plant only, such as jojoba oil, rosehip oil. There is marula oil, emu oil, coconut oil, fractionated especially. Then there are the other oils that may be a combination of two or more such different oils created to make a cocktail of facial oils that provides as much benefit to your skin as possible. Company products like Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Oil or the Farsali facial oils and such other brands that are also producing their own mixtures of various facial oils catered to your skin type. So let's delve into those. Please note that a lot of these plant-based facial oils are highly concentrated in their ingredients. Therefore, when you use them, you don't really need more than maybe 2 to 4 drops of facial oil at a time. And in terms of the order in which you use them, after washing your face and doing your toner, I generally follow up with the facial oil, and that's it for me. In winter months, for people who have drier skin, they can do a facial oil and then follow it up with their regular moisturizer for the night as well. So dry skin ladies can even use this during the daytime. I personally don't like to, because the lesser I have on my skin below my sunblock, the better my sunblock lasts on me. But yeah, I use these oils at night as and when I want to. I don't really use them like every night or something. Your natural skin barrier can get compromised due to pollution, sun exposure, use of harsh chemicals on your skin, or even aging. Definitely include good fats in your diet, such as nuts and olive oil and seafood such as salmon and so on. But in addition to that, facial oil is just a way to supplement your skin to be as plump and moist naturally as possible. So now we will talk about some of the oils that I own and use and love, and maybe sometimes not love so much. This was one of the earliest facial oils I ever started using a while back. This is by Clarins and it's called the Lotus Face Treatment Oil. It's targeted towards oily or combination skin. I like this because two reasons. One is it moisturizes my skin without making it overly greasy, and it's also targeted towards skin that is prone to acne breakouts. In the past, whenever I've used it, it's calmed my skin down considerably. Also, it smells wonderfully herbal. I just love that. Then this is the oil I use, the jojoba oil. This I just purchased from Amazon, and I'll make sure I include links to as many of these products as I can in the description. Jojoba oil is the oil that's closest in composition and the way it functions to your skin's natural sebum, which is the natural oils, this gunk that our skin produces when it gets overly oily. We may think it's gross, but that's the one that helps our skin maintain its natural skin barrier and protects it from external environmental stressors. And therefore I love using jojoba oil, maybe just 2 drops or so, because it helps keep my skin moisturized without making it greasy once again. And it's one of the very few facial oils that has not broken me out, knock on wood. Then I'm gonna talk about the oil that's my favorite, and if you follow my series on Masking Mondays, you might already know about this. This is the rosehip oil that I use. Again, this is from Amazon. This is the brand I'm using now. I've used another brand before which I liked honestly better, and I'll link that again in the description. Rosehip oil consists a huge amount of vitamin C in it, and also trace amounts of vitamin A, like really trace, like 0.005 or something. So a lot of folks like me who may not be able to stand vitamin A products or retinoids that I've made a video about, I'll link it somewhere on the screen. This is a good way to include like trace retinoids as well as high level of vitamin C. This is really good for fading scars resulting from, I don't know, from burns or from acne or any other forms of hyperpigmentation. So I definitely recommend rosehip oil the most. And then one of my favorite brands, which is Burt's Bees. I have this oil that I recently discovered from them. It's just very plainly called Burt's Bees facial oil. This also has some rosehip seed extract apparently. Again, this is a really light and moisturizing oil with a slight herbal smell to it. It's not overpowering at all. Again, does a great job at moisturizing without making the skin greasy. I do think people with drier skins can use all these oils with a moisturizer on top. Folks with oilier skin such as myself, we just can suffice it with just these facial oils that I'm talking about. Then there's this brand I had discovered a while ago called Bloom, and they have an oil called the Meltdown oil. Now this is one of those these are not like one plant ingredient. These are either, you know, some kind of a plant cocktail, there may be some chemical involved or whatever, but this is targeted specifically for acne prone skin, and I love this. It kind of looks really funny too. I mean, it kind of looks bluish green, and it has worked in the past. It's extremely herbal smelling though, so if you're sensitive to scent, maybe this oil is not for you. But I like it because it has been definitely very effective whenever I've had a severe breakout going on, as well as my skin is dehydrated. That's the oil I typically turn to. This is an oil I had come across a while back on one of those stupid Facebook ads that target gullible people like me who always fall prey to it. This is called Manjish Glow Elixir, and it says it's a glow-giving nighttime facial massage oil. It's supposed to be an Ayurvedic oil, but this is what it looks like. And to be honest, I think this oil was not up to par considering its price. It wasn't bad, but I wasn't very happy or that impressed with it. I mean, my rosehip oil did a lot more for me than this oil has done. The one oil that I recommend very highly from the store, the CEO Glow Vitamin C and Turmeric Facial Oil. It's by a brand called Sunday Riley. Sunday Riley is an extremely expensive brand. Some of their products are really good. This is one of those, and I highly recommend it. It is a turmeric and vitamin C oil. Again, great for targeting any kind of hyperpigmentation, dark spots, age spots, helping your skin kind of repair itself at night. Then I wanted to talk about argan oil. I have the one by a brand called Makeup Artist Choice. A lot of it is available again on Amazon. I think argan oil is really good because it has really high percentage of vitamin E in it. Vitamin E is a very essential nutrient for your skin to, you know, repair itself and to stay healthy. I like argan oil. It may not be in my top 3 facial oils for myself, but I still like to keep it in my stash just in case I need it. I wanted to talk about the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. I also have the full size, but I just grabbed the sample size to talk about right now. Farsali, everybody knows this brand is really famous because of a lot of these beauty influencers on Instagram putting like drops of the, I think it was called the unicorn essence or something like that, the purple liquid. That was Farsali. This is their Rose Gold Elixir. They claim to have 24 karat gold pieces in it. I don't see how if it were to be real gold pieces, how are they really dissolving or breaking apart on your skin, and are they really even being absorbed enough by your skin to provide any benefit, or is it just a gimmick? I don't know. I have personally not found any changes to my skin from using them. I think once or twice I may have even broken out. I recommend people to stay away from it, but then some people do like it. So again, as usual, your mileage may vary, so try it out if you're tempted. The brand Glam Glow has some of my absolute favorite skincare products. There's the Glam Glow Star Potion Liquid Charcoal Clarifying Oil. Now this is an interesting facial oil because it has charcoal in it, and charcoal we know is really great for treating acne. I have loved using this oil in the past. It's a very funky bottle. It looks black, but when you apply it on your face, it doesn't make your face black, I promise. But yeah, this is a really cool oil to use when you're breaking out as well, or if you just want to maintain skin that's breakout free. It doesn't smell great, I'm being honest, but it is a good oil. I like having it around. I use it as and when I feel I might be breaking out. There's an oil that is an Ayurvedic oil that's called Kumkumadi Tailam, which is a South Indian term for it. It's basically an oil which consists of a mixture of a lot of herbal ingredients which are great for getting rid of pigmentation. This is one of the Kumkumadi Tailams that I have that I mentioned. It's just a great oil to use for the skin. Again, since it's a very herbal oil, it is a very strong scent, and if you're sensitive to smells, I do recommend you stay away from it. But from the skin benefit perspective, I highly recommend that oil. I also wanted to make a special mention to this oil from a brand called Acure. This oil is called Blue Tansy and Rose Oil. I am not sure what magic they put in this oil. I got it from Amazon, by the way, but it is one of the most soothing oils I have used. It kind of looks like bluish like this. I highly recommend this oil on evenings or on days that you feel that your skin is not very happy with you because of how harsh you've been with it, or because you went out somewhere and didn't protect it well enough. This oil will soothe your skin overnight, and next day you will be like, oh wow, what happened? Like, I've healed my skin, or I've treated my skin. I highly recommend this oil to you. I also wanted to make a special mention to some bakuchiol oils and also a Sunday Riley Luna sleeping oil. These are oils that contain retinoid or retinoid alternative ingredients in them, and these oils are great for treating acne and wrinkles. And again, watch my retinoids video to know the benefits. I wanted to make a mention of certain special oils like the tea tree oil. It's a highly anti-inflammatory oil that's available like crazy everywhere. There are some other therapeutic grade oils such as frankincense oil and things like that. These oils should not be used directly or purely on your face. Your skin on the face is extremely delicate to handle these directly. You're supposed to dilute these oils with another carrier oil. So let's say you are breaking out. Tea tree oil is the best thing you can use for breakouts anyway, but do not use it directly. Use maybe like 2 or 3 drops of tea tree oil mixed with either like coconut oil or grapeseed oil. These are all great carrier oils. Coconut oil, grapeseed oil, avocado oil, rapeseed oil, olive oil too actually. So whenever I talk about using coconut oil for your face, I want to make sure that I'm clear that do not use the regular virgin coconut oil. Do not use that, because coconut oil is one of those oils whose molecule is small enough to penetrate your skin, and also coconut oil is well known to be a comedogenic oil, which means it can block the pores in your skin and lead to breakouts or acne and so on. However, fractionated coconut oil is the type of oil has been treated and is not comedogenic like regular coconut oil is. There is a myth that people with oily skin should stay away from using oils on their face, but nothing could be further from the truth, because the more you dehydrate your skin or the more you wash it with soap and not moisturize it, your skin thinks there's some kind of an issue going on and it needs to maintain its natural lipid barrier, so it starts overproducing natural oils, which leads to excessive sebum production, and hence the possibility of getting breakouts increases. And that's the reason why, if you are a well moisturized person, even if you're oily skinned, it sends a signal to your skin cells that hey, we have enough oil here, you can stay calm. You don't have to go into overproduction of oil or sebum. We got this managed. That's the reason why using moisturizers or even like gentle facial oils like the ones I mentioned is extremely important. It keeps your skin well balanced. I seriously hope this was helpful for a lot of my friends out there. I'm not the expert. This is just a lot of my experience over the years that I'm trying to share with you. I'm not trying to tell you that I know your skin better than you do. Always remember, you know your skin the best. I am so thankful for you to have stuck around. If you did stick around till now watching this, I appreciate your time here on my channel. Make sure you support your friend, like and share this video, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your time and have a great one. Bye. Oh, look, I got a flu shot today. Make sure you guys get a flu shot. This season's gonna be scary enough as it is with coronavirus all around. So please get your flu shot.